up the same old way. Grab my coffee cup and try to face the day. But I felt different, I must say. I feel like maybe heaven heard me when I prayed. Every night I asked for you to be kept safe in all you do, to point you toward my North Star. And now here you are, right here in my arms, and I'm so glad you're home. It's been too long, I know you know. When you were gone, I kept the fire burning strong. I sent up all the signals, hoping you would see, hoping you would come back home to me. Forgive me if I stare too much. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm filled with so much love to see you smiling in that chair, to know that for a while you're not going anywhere. Every night I asked for you to be kept safe in all you do, to point you toward my North Star. And now here you are, right here in my arms, and I'm so glad you're home. It's been too long, I know you know. When you were gone, I kept the fire burning strong. I sent up all the signals, hoping you would see, hoping you would come back home to me. And I'm so glad you're home. It's been too long, I know you know. When you were gone, I kept the fire burning strong. I sent up all the...
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Long time no see. By the time this video is posted, I think it's been a month since I have uploaded a video. I really needed to have a break and just focus on like home life and Murphy and David, and we had a lot going on. There are so many updates, some big life changes. But before that, if you happen to be new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Shelby. I am married to my husband David, who is in the Air Force. We've been together for, this December will be 10 years that we've been married, and we have a 1-year-old named Murphy and a couple of dogs, a husky named Sky, a cocker spaniel named Phoebe, and we are currently stationed outside of Salt Lake City here in Utah. So that is a very short rundown. So let me just give you guys some updates really quickly. First, I am parked outside of the nail salon, and Murphy is with a babysitter today, which is a very big step for me, you guys. I have a hard time like leaving her with anyone else, but a couple weeks ago, David arranged a date night for us. It was a complete surprise. He had told me like earlier in the day, like, hey, get ready. This evening I'm gonna, like, we have plans. And he alluded to it being like the three of us, like Murphy included. Until I was like getting dressed for the date or like our outing or whatever, and he came to the closet and he was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. We are going on a date. I have a babysitter on the way right now. It's Evelyn, our friend, and someone who I wanted to hire as our nanny anyway. But she was hired by another family, so that wasn't gonna work out. But you know, Murphy has been around her a bunch, and I just feel like super comfortable with her. So she came over, and David was like, I knew that if you had to figure out the babysitting situation. Like, it was just never gonna happen. So this way, like, I took the stress off of you doing that. And if it goes well, then you know that Evelyn is someone you can count on in the future. So it was just so thoughtful. And then we went to dinner. We had like a bottle of wine at dinner and like a bunch of food, and it was only like 2.5 hours. We weren't gone that long, but it was so thoughtful and it was so nice. And we haven't been out, just the two of us, in a while. So anyway, Evelyn is babysitting right now for the next like 2.5 hours. I am getting my nails refilled for the first time in like a month, and I'm getting a pedicure. I have not talked about this on my channel yet, but David is actually currently deployed. And so that is the big change that has happened in our lives. And we've known about this deployment since the summer. And really the anticipation and the lead up to him actually leaving was way more stressful than him being gone. So he's been gone for 10 days at this point, and things are going really well at home. I am not going to talk about where he is, what he's doing. That's like not really like any details that I don't share any details about really what he does for work or anything like that, but he is deployed and he will be gone all winter. So yeah, it's just Murphy and I, and thankfully Evelyn is able to help me out here and there. So she's helping me out today, and then she's gonna come next week on Thursday, and I think the week after that on Thursday. So just having someone like even one day a week for a few hours for me to like just be able to do this, like sit and talk to you guys like uninterrupted, like go get my nails refilled. You guys know I always have my nails and my toes done. That is just not something I am willing to give up, and it's just something that I can do to make myself feel better. And like I just get to sit and kind of get pampered for a little bit and totally zone out and like put on a show on my phone and just relax for a couple of hours. So that's what we're doing today. I'm only having her watch Murphy from like 12 to 2 or 3, just enough time to like go run some errands, go do some grocery shopping, go to the gym if I want to, or just stay at the house when she's there and like get like some meal prepping done or some cleaning done or whatever. Her being an option is just amazing. But I have been doing actually really well. Like I said, I've been handling the deployment like really well. It was very, very hard for David to leave us, but most importantly, like leaving Murphy. He put her down for bed the night that he left and just came out like completely just torn up. And then I took him to the airport while our neighbor Katie came over and sat on the couch and watched the monitor for us. So yeah, anyway, things are going great. We're in a really good routine. There is another very big change I want to talk to you guys about, but I will be doing that after my nail appointment. I want to go in, pick my color, pick what show I'm going to watch, or I also brought a book. I might read a book during my pedicure and watch a show while I'm getting my nails done. So yeah, but stay tuned, keep watching, because I think anyone who's been like, I haven't even told my family, I haven't told my friends, I haven't told anyone yet. So like, this is my announcement because I don't want to go tell each and every person. Last night I did have some girlfriends over because we are doing like a little book club thing. We're actually going to start reading this, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I know a lot of people have read this book. My friend Lexi gave this to me for my birthday. She's already read the book, but she wants to read or listen to it on Audible again. And then we're gonna get our other 2 neighbor friends in on it. So last night we like actually ended up briefly talking about the book, mostly just drinking wine and like eating some ice cream and just chatting. I put together like a little like ice cream bar or whatever with like different toppings, and yeah, so it was fun to just like have some girl time. And I actually hung out from like 8:30 until 11 p.m. Very proud of myself. And Murphy went to bed at like 7:45 last night and didn't wake up until 7:20 this morning. So like she had mama's back last night. But anyway, they're the only 2 people that I've told about, and Evelyn, this big change. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I am so excited to be vlogging again. It's always like I see my camera sitting there and I'm like, you need to start vlogging, you need to pick up your camera, but like I don't have the motivation. But I knew today, like being separated from the house, being able to focus, get like a little break for myself, would like get me kind of excited to do this again, because just talking to you right now, I'm like, okay, like I remember how much I actually enjoy this. Because for a minute there, I was thinking like, maybe I'll just like not do this anymore. But then I've gotten a few messages where it's like, I miss your vlogs. I hope you're doing well. And I'm like, I know there's people that really do enjoy watching these. I know my family enjoys watching them. So even for those like few people, I was like, you know, I want to keep vlogging. And for the memories, I was looking back at my channel yesterday, and I like randomly clicked on a video when Murphy was like 6 months, and like having that growth and stuff filmed is just so exciting, and special. Like I love looking back on that. So anyway, I did think there for a minute that I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore, take a super long break, or maybe not pick up my camera until like David comes back. But right now, talking to you, like I said, is like reinvigorating me. So anyway, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna go get my nails done. This is what we have right now. I did this for our family photo shoot. I don't know if I posted any of those photos. Oh, they're on my Instagram and they're so cute. So my Instagram's linked below if you guys want to go see them. Yeah, so I have like this OPI bubble bath. I am probably going to do like a dark brown or a burgundy again. I just love that. And I always do burgundy on my toes, burgundy or like red or something. I always do like a dark color. Yeah, so my nail appointment's in 10 minutes. I just went to Starbucks, picked up a little coffee. This is what I always get, in a grande cup. I do 2 or 3 shots of espresso on ice, and then the rest, like whatever milk of your choice, and 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla. And it's so good. Yeah, so I will pick up my camera. Maybe I'll take a clip of the appointment, but I'll pick up my camera afterwards. Blow kiss? Wow. You gonna blow kiss? Oh. You crazy now? Hello guys, I'm obviously back home. I'm not sure I've shown this. Murphy got this standing tower for her birthday. For her birthday. She absolutely loves it. We have a 1-year-old now, baby sweet. And you guys, she is like fully walking now. It's so crazy. She took like 7 to 10 steps before David left. And then just over the past week, what's going on with my nose? It's all dark. Over the past week, she's just like exploded, and she's like walking all over upstairs, and it's just so funny. No, we don't touch that. So funny, like watching her just like wobble around everywhere. It's hilarious. I'll have to try and film some of that for you guys later. She's probably gonna go down for a nap here in like the next half hour. I need to make a little bit of a lunch. I actually prepped some food yesterday, so I'm probably gonna heat that up while Murphy hangs out. But the babysitting went really well. When I came back, she was like having so much fun with Evelyn and like a really happy mood. So everything went great. It was only 2.5 hours, so not too bad. But yeah, it was nice to like go get my nails done and stuff. I went ahead and went with this burgundy color. Hi, chicken. I went ahead and went with this burgundy color on my nails and my toes. This girl is full of personality, you guys. She is just constantly like hamming it up. And she's also very much a toddler now, pushing the boundaries and like just really like exploring like emotions, facial expressions. I need to go upstairs and hang out with her for a little bit. Because if my attention is anywhere else, then she starts fussing, so. Yeah? What is that? Also this, we're pointing at everything and saying, da, which I think she means like, what's that? Or like, look at that. Or that? What is that? Bowl. Bowl. Yes. She's also like trying to say the words that I'm telling her, which is super cute, like dog or ball or just different things. Ball. Ba. Your balls are upstairs. Her hair looks so strawberry colored right now. So freaking cute. Anyway, we're gonna go upstairs and play. And then I'm gonna make some lunch after I put her down for her nap, because I'm not even gonna try to like put her down and get that done at the moment, because I can tell that she's just not gonna be having that. So yeah. You wanna show everybody your walk-ins? That's also a new thing of like, ask her a question. Should we go take out the puppies? Should we go get a snack? Do you want some milk? Should we go do this? Yeah. Yeah. So cute. It is so cold outside. There's a freeze warning for tonight. So throughout the day, it's just gotten colder and colder. And when we just went out right now to go take out the dogs, it is frigid. I think it's like in the 30s. In the 30s right now. Come on. You guys, look at this. It's so crazy. She's walking so much. And she looks like she is heavily intoxicated when she does it. It's so funny. Whoa. What are you doing? I want to see your walking. That? Good job. So big girl. So big girl. Whoa, good job. Hold mama's hand. Good job. Baby. Okay, just put Murphy down for a nap so I can actually focus. I have that feeling of like when you haven't seen a friend in a really long time and you're like, where do I even start? I have so much to tell you, like so much has happened. I'm sure as I'm like editing this, I'll remember stuff and I'll try to like include it in the next vlog or something. But yeah, I was like trying to remember updates and everything. We did have a little birthday party for Murphy. I do have some footage of like setting up for that, singing her happy birthday. She had like a smash cake. A good amount of people came and it was just like low key. The day was beautiful. The weather was perfect. The park that we did it at was just stunning and it was a really good day. My mom came in town, David's mom came in town. So she got to spend a lot of quality time with her grandmas and that was really good, especially for, you know, David's mom to be able to come too to see David before he left. Close these windows. It is just really ramping up outside. It's super windy and it's so cold. Sky is out in the garage right now, enjoying the very cold weather. Right now, I need to eat something and I also want to prep some food. Let me get my crock pot out. So this next thing, big thing, I am definitely nervous to talk about because I just don't know how it will be taken by everybody. I do stand like firm in my decision as of now. I guess maybe I'm not standing firm yet, but I am trying this new thing out. So you're not mistaken, this is chicken, which I know this is shocking to a lot of people, especially like I know like my family watching right now is gonna be like, oh my God. And I do not blame you. So for those of you who do not know, David and I went very strictly vegan back in like 2017. And 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, so for like 5 to 6 years, because the first year was kind of like a transition phase of like, you know, getting everything like all animal products like out of our diet and like life in general. Because when I say that we were vegan, we were like hardcore vegan. And if you are vegan or you like know any vegans or anything about being vegan, it's basically, it's like a belief. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. It is like almost like a religion. You don't eat honey. You don't buy wool like in your like clothes or like home stuff. If I go to Home Goods, buy pillows, if they have feathers in them, I'm not gonna get them. I've used the example of like when we would like fly on the plane and they give you free snacks. If it had milk powder in it, wouldn't eat it. Like checked every single ingredient. There was like not a single thing in our home that wasn't completely vegan, like down to the clothes that we wore and like everything that we bought and all the things that we did. No zoos, no aquariums, like fully in this. And I've seen when people are like no longer vegan and they, you know, become either like vegetarian or pescatarian, which is what we did about 2 years ago now. People are like, oh, that means like you were never vegan. You were just plant-based is what you mean, because being vegan is like a lifestyle. And I totally understand that, but I see it as like someone who used to be like really like religious, basically like really super Christian. And then their feelings and beliefs and thoughts just evolved and they kind of moved away from that. It doesn't mean that like all those lessons you learned or like the foundation of it isn't still within you. It's just like you have changed and like moved your thoughts into a different direction. That's kind of how I feel about veganism. So I hate when I see that of like someone who did change. And what's crazy is, not crazy, I used to have the same thoughts, of course, because I was like such a die-hard vegan. And if you've like seen my old videos, like I have mentioned it a ton of times. And yeah, 2 years ago when we started eating like eggs and fish and a little bit of dairy again, I was like, there's no way like I'm gonna be eating land animals or anything. And again, that was like almost 2 years ago. So I didn't think that I would be here, but we're here. And I highly doubt that I'll be able to explain clearly why and like all my feelings on this, because there's just so much. But yeah, we were very much vegan. I was very much vegan and then became pescatarian, vegetarian, and now, yeah, I'm eating chicken. So far I've had chicken and turkey. Haven't had beef. I'm really unsure about eating beef. I don't know if I want to do that. It's kind of like for me, if I were to, it would be around like my cycle time, just as like an extra boost of iron. And yeah, so maybe like a once a month thing, but I'm not trying to like put any boundaries or restrictions on that. It's just I haven't eaten beef yet and I don't know if I'm going to. And pork is something that I probably won't eat. I have no desire to eat pork, and like I wouldn't get like pork bacon or like pork sausage, anything like that. Anything pork, I'm not even drawn to at all. And the beef, cows, like eating cows, even just saying it, it's just like my whole body tenses up. I don't know if I can do it. or I want to do it, but I might give it a try. I'm not sure. So as I prep this, I'm gonna do some crock pot chicken with some vegetable broth. I'm gonna chop up some onions and throw all of that in the crock pot for about 4 hours. This is just really nice to have prepped because I can put it, obviously Murphy's eating this way now too. I can put this in quesadillas for Murphy. She doesn't like it just like on its own, but she likes it in quesadilla. And then I can make myself like rice and chicken veggie bowls, or like whatever, like different dishes throughout the week. The reasons are like not in order at all. I'm just like vomiting all the reasons and the thoughts that I have on eating meat again. So I am very much on a health journey. I have been for like a decade now. And I've tried all sorts of things, obviously like super strictly vegan. And then like with no meat alternatives or anything. It was just like a lot of tofu, chickpeas, beans, seitan, stuff like that. And then introducing more meat alternatives as they became more popular. And then like I said, over the past couple of years, we introduced seafood and eggs and dairy back into our diet. And still eating a good amount of like meat alternatives though. I am very much wanting to have a diet that is just more holistic, like just whole foods, real whole foods. That's including meat for me right now in this phase that I'm in. And like basically I'm eating like sourdough bread, avocado, grass-fed butter, chicken or turkey, eggs, Greek yogurt, a bunch of greens, a bunch of berries. I have raw honey that I've been using, like bananas, sweet potatoes, nothing overly processed, like everything is for right now. My diet is like very simple, like a protein, a carb, a fat, a bunch of greens or berries or fruits or vegetables or whatever. And I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. I feel amazing. And I also have been able to like break through on my like postpartum weight loss a little bit, which is really exciting. Like for me, you guys know I've been on like this postpartum journey obviously for a year now. And I haven't even been like exercising that much. I've just been super active with Murphy and then like going on walks all the time. But just eating this way, I have naturally like the bloating has gone down a lot, and I have just naturally lost weight. I can't stop thinking about I need to wash my hands, and I'm not even sure it actually touched the chicken, but it's in the back of my mind. Sorry, I'm having a very hard time keeping my thoughts together on this and like focusing, because there is so much of me that's like worried that like there will be some level of judgment, but it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And no matter what I do, there's going to be like some level of judgment. But I think it comes more so from like in the past, but it's been so many years now that I was like so strictly vegan, where I was like maybe pressuring others, or like more judgmental towards others, or making them feel uncomfortable like eating certain things around me. And I understand that people evolve and they change, and like you can't hold on to who you were like, you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago. But that stuff still sticks with me, and I never thought that I'd be eating meat again. So it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, I have naturally kind of lost weight over the past couple of weeks. Another reason I wanted to do this is because you guys know I break out in hives constantly. I don't know the exact source of it. I don't feel like it's just the information that I have, because that was based off of blood test, and I haven't done an allergy test yet, and I need to. So I don't know, I guess I just wanted to be like, okay, I want to stop with the meat alternatives. I just needed to clean up like my diet in general, and wanted more like protein. And selfishly, I just wanted things to be easier for me, especially over these 4 months while David's gone. and it is easier to have more protein options versus just like tofu or fish or a meat alternative like it was in the past. I know there's plenty of other protein sources, but I'm talking just like easy, don't have to think about it kind of things. So to be open to more protein sources and just like more foods in general is a huge weight off my shoulders. So yeah, like there's that huge selfish part of me that wanted to do it to make things easier, but also like just like I said, to have a more like holistic whole food diet where like there's not so many restrictions. So like I said, since 2017, that's when like the major restrictions started of like no dairy, no honey, no meat, you know, no like obviously no fish, just, you guys know, all the things, all the animal products. I've been so restrictive with food for 10 years now, and there's just a constant buzz, like food noise in my head. This can be a separate conversation because I'm sure so many people can relate, especially women can relate to that, of like literally taking an inventory of everything I ate all day and like, did I get enough protein? Did I get enough carbs? Was there enough variety? I could do better tomorrow. I could eat less crap tomorrow. I could eat more tomorrow, and whatever. It's just constant. I just wanted there to be like way less restriction, way less rules, and be able to just like cook a healthy, yummy meal without being so stressed about every ingredient that's going into everything I'm eating. So I wanted to just like be more open and just like let those things go. So there are more reasons. I don't want to sit here and like have to, you know, that need to like explain myself. Because ultimately it's like, this is a decision. I've made the decision. I'm in it now. I've been eating meat couple 2 to 3 times a day, and a lot of that's still fish too. I'm still eating a lot of fish and eggs and stuff, but chicken and turkey or whatever, like I've been doing that for like 2 weeks now. So I'm happy with the decision so far. Like I said, I've been feeling really, really good. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it up, just keep eating these like really nutritious, like well-balanced meals, and sometimes not, and just try to like free myself a little bit from you can eat this, you can't eat that, and just so many rules basically. So yeah, I'm really, really liking it. I love the way that I feel. I feel like energized. I'm getting enough food, I'm getting enough nutrients, and yeah, it's been really great. So I can definitely do like a what I eat in a day video if you guys are interested in that. Yeah, so this is 4 hours. I'm not gonna eat this tonight, I don't think. No, because that'll be done by like 8 o'clock. So this will be like for tomorrow and the next couple of days. I'm not sure what I'm doing for dinner tonight, but I need to figure that out. But also right now, I think I'm gonna try and prep some cottage cheese sheet pancakes. I saw that recipe on TikTok and it looked super good. So I'm gonna test it out, let you guys know how it goes. If it's good, I'll put the ingredients in the description box, but it's like cottage cheese, pumpkin, you can do like chocolate chips, and like different spices and stuff, and I think like eggs. And yeah, so let's do that. Okay, I just got done letting this cool. So freaking good. It's not sweet really at all. Almost has like a cornbread. Not a cornbread taste, but like the way that cornbread is like a little bit sweet, but also salty. It's very good. With some butter and some maple syrup or honey. Amazing. So, highly recommend. So I'm gonna cut those up. Sorry, Murphy is being very tough right now, but anyway, this is good. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Okay.
Alright, ready? Come on, say cheese.
Orange icing stains, pink stains, marker stains,
Oh, no.
spit up. It's just like accumulated everything. But they have like bath mats, tumbling mats. I think we're gonna do a tumbling mat for Sky for Christmas this year from them because we're gonna get some we have conditioner to make major veil. No, it works. You gotta keep stirring.
Yeah. Good job. Good morning, guys. I feel like I've said this before, and I will say it again, but I film all my videos right here, standing at this spot in the kitchen. Okay. It is 9:40 right now, and I tried to film a little bit of like what our morning routine looks like. We woke up at, well, I got up at like 6:45 this morning, and then Murphy woke up at 7. So we usually, like you guys saw, I make her a bottle, I have coffee, let her play for a little bit, and then give the dogs breakfast. And then we have a little breakfast. This morning I had the pumpkin cottage cheese like sheet pancakes I made yesterday. They were so good. I put a little butter on them and a drizzle of honey, and they were delicious. So that was just like my first little breakfast. I had that with a side of blueberries, just so I wasn't like having my coffee like sit on an empty stomach, because I start getting like jittery, and then like my brain gets a little like foggy, and it just makes the morning a little bit more stressful, and I just feel like I'm all like wired out on coffee. But like without any food. It's just like not a good combo. And then we get dressed. This morning we had to put on mini layers because it is 34 degrees. When we left for our walk earlier, it was 32. So it's warming up a little bit. The high today is 47. But we did have a little bit of a freeze last night, so it is very cold outside. And throughout this video, I've tried to capture like when I was driving yesterday and then like the walk today, just like the feeling of fall in Utah. It is just so magical. Like, I find beauty in literally like every corner of our like neighborhood area, like where we go walking and just driving around. All the trees are changing, and like this morning when we went for our walk, school starts at like 9 around here. So there was like a lot of like school buses and school traffic and like birds chirping, people out on walks, and like the sun is out, but the air is like so crisp and cold on your face, and it's just like, oh, it's just a magical feeling. I love it so much. And Murphy loves the cold. I had a beanie on her. She kept ripping it off. She likes to take her socks off. She didn't this time because I wrapped her up good and I put little gloves on, but she loves the cold weather. So now I'm just, sorry, if I'm talking or like not looking at her, focused on her completely, she's just like trying to make as much noise as possible. But right now I am giving her some chia seed yogurt. I've been prepping this for the past like couple weeks. In a blender, you just do as much yogurt as you want, Greek yogurt. Hers is a full fat one, I'm pretty sure, but I eat this too. And then you add some milk. I did organic soy milk, and then I put a bunch of cinnamon and honey and blend that up, and it's like a really like runny smoothie consistency. And then I put 4 tablespoons of chia seeds, so lots of fiber, lots of omegas, and it makes so much. Like, the chia seeds like really expand, and you know, high protein, good fats, carbs, like all the things. It's just a really good little breakfast. So earlier, like I said, she had some of the cottage cheese pancakes too with blueberries, but before she goes down for her nap, which should be at like 10, want to make sure she's like nice and full. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video here. I'm sure it's so long just from like all the talking and like catching up and updates, but I am going to do my very best to get back on the vlogging train. I feel like I go through like really long periods of uploading every week, and then, you know, just like life gets a little crazy and I kind of get off the schedule, but I'm gonna do my best. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I missed anything, or if there was like any updates you were waiting for, or anything that I mentioned in previous videos, go ahead and comment below. So excited to talk to you guys. I have missed you, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to join the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.